Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Josh Keatley, and today I want to show you how to make amazing thumbnails. Now, a lot of people said that I do make amazing thumbnails, and I really put that to the success of all my videos. I have videos with over 400,000 views, 300,000 views. They would have never made it that big if they didn't have amazing thumbnails, because that's everything of people clicking on your video. They see a great thumbnail, they're gonna click on your video. So it's so important. And I went to school for web graphic design. I think that really helped out my thumbnail knowledge. But let's go ahead and get into how to make a thumbnail. You're going to need some type of photo editing program. I like to use GIMP. It's completely free. Now, when I was in school for web graphic design, I learned how to use Photoshop. And GIMP is identical to Photoshop, exact same things. I would say Photoshop has a couple more advanced features, but for making thumbnails, you don't need those advanced features. You really don't. So GIMP is good. Now, if you do have Photoshop, you can follow along. All the buttons that I use are exactly the same. Same way with paint.net is a free one. That's one a lot of people use too. Once again, the exact same buttons. Everything's the same. So the first thing we need to talk about is what size to make your thumbnail. Now, the most common is 1280. Let me show you all my thumbnail size here. It's 1280 by 720. Now, you can save these as templates, and I definitely recommend that you do. You put in the size that you want, like 1920 by 1080 is also that's more high definition size that you can use also. I'm going to go over the three sizes, or 640 by 360. Now, I've used all three different sizes. The normal one is 1280 by 720, but there are times when you want to use a bigger or a smaller. So I'll go ahead and show that to you. A lot of people don't realize this. So let's say you start out with the 1920 by 1080. I'm going to show you how to make a template in GIMP. You'd press OK, and there is your canvas that you can paint on, add pictures, do whatever. Now, if you want to save it as a template, you just go to Create Template, put in the name, and press OK. I already have this one as a template, so no need for that. So when you would need a bigger and a smaller, let's say you're doing the 1290, the 1920 by 1080, and you have extremely small picture. Now, you probably, in real life, you probably want to never ever use a picture this small. But, this is just an example. It took me a little bit to find a really small picture. So, let's say, you go right here to your scale tool. You obviously can't have a picture that small. And we're going to scale this. Press Shift in the corner to keep its dimensions. That way, if I go up or down, it's going to, stay the same. So, let's make this really big. I'm just giving you guys an example here. Okay. And look how bad that looks. That's extremely pixelated. So I definitely wouldn't want to use 1920 by 1080. That is a moment that I would definitely want to go with a smaller size of 640 by 360. And that way when I stretch it out, it won't be nearly as pixelated. Let's go ahead and delete that. And on the other side, if you have, let's say, a wallpaper that's 1920 by 1080, that's absolutely perfect, and I like it. This wallpaper, the way it is, this is when I'd want to use 1920 by 1080. There wouldn't be any point of me making this any smaller, for the other sizes, for 1280 or the 640, because it's perfect the way it is at 920. So that's the three sizes. A lot of times I go with just the 1280 by 720 because it's right in the middle. If I have pictures that's too small and if I stretch it out, it's not too bad. Where if the picture is really large and I make it smaller, the 1280, it's like the little bear, the mama bear, and the papa bear, like I like to go what's right in the middle. So let's go ahead and click on the 1280 by 720. Go ahead and get rid of this for right now. That's the three different sizes that you want to use. Now let's talk about the background. The background is extremely important. A really good way to get good backgrounds is just type in the color that you want. Let's say you want a blue background. Type in something like blue background, blue HD background, blue, spiral, blue spotlight, blue whatever background, and click on images. That was a lot of good ones right here. Choose this one for example. Nice 1980 by 720. We're gonna save image as. Keep it that same color. It already exists. Do you want to place it? Yeah, for now. So I already have one. This one as my background because I like it. So let's find it real fast here. Oh god, you can see all my pictures. Hopefully I don't have something too crazy. And let's just go. Sometimes that's why it's nice to title it. I'm gonna do that real fast. I'm gonna title it. Let's just title it blue back. Blue back. And it's really nice too, like in your pictures, to set it up, sort by date. That way every time you put a new picture, it goes right to the top. Extremely easy of finding things. Eventually you'll get a shit ton of pictures and it makes it impossible to, it's way too hard to search through all those. So if you set it up by sort by date, it makes everything a lot easier. So there's my blue back. Gonna put it down in GIMP, just drag and drop. Now I really don't like this all that much. I don't like this design. So what I'm gonna do to this is just make it extremely large. Boom, boom, boom. Now I think that would be kind of nice right there because that's kind of highlighting. I could use that as kind of a highlight, whatever picture I have right here. Or I might just use this simple blue kind of background, like right here or something. There's a lot of different things. My point is, a lot of times I just zoom in, just to get a certain color of the background. So that's that. We can move on. But a lot of times what I even do is, let's go with the new foreground color. I have it set as black right now. That's my foreground color. And you can change that to whatever you want. A lot of times I just go black. And I worry more about my title in the picture first. That's the most important thing. And then I worry about a background. And something you learn in web graphic design is keep it simple, stupid. You want really simple backgrounds. You want really simple thumbnails too. You don't want like crazy purple polka dotted colors with sparkles on it, because that's too distracting of a background. Now all these are pretty simple. This one would be kind of too distracting. If you put words on that, everyone's gonna be staring at the city. All these are pretty, this one's a little too advanced, but you want to keep it simple. The keep it simple, stupid, that goes a really long way. That goes with really everything you should be doing. I mean, if you look at Google, for example, Google keeps it simple, stupid. Yahoo, their website, it's so simple. People like simple stuff, so you should have a simple background. Keep it simple, stupid. And so that is some backgrounds. Now, of course, you can make your own backgrounds also. Hey, what's going on, guys? I decided when I was editing this video that I spent a really long time showing how to make backgrounds, and I really want to cut this video down a little bit. So that's going to be a completely another video, is how to make your own background. But please continue to watch this video. I'm going to be showing you next how to make amazing fonts, a great site that will make amazing fonts for you, how to add pictures, a lot of great stuff. If you guys please take 3 seconds of your time, press that like button, press that favorite button. I love you guys so much. Thanks, and continue watching the video. Now there's lots of different ways that you can do the text. I'll show you my very advanced technique. It's something a lot of people don't understand. It's really going to help you out. Now you can use, your own text right there and write that, but that's not what I like to do at all. There's a lot of advanced stuff you have to do to make the words pop out, which I do know how to do it, but there's a much easier way. Let's just turn that off because we don't want that. Go to cooltext.com. Just type in cool text. thecooltext.com. And there's absolutely thousands, maybe millions of different texts in here. Now this is only the start right here. You know, we got all these different designs, and you want to remember, keep it simple, stupid. Only about 5% of the stuff that's on the website you're going to be able to use, because some stuff is completely too advanced. You know, you can't really read that. You know, you can't really read that. You want to keep it something simple, like this one, this one, this one. Maybe this one. That one's a little weird. That one's kind of weird. Definitely don't want no glitters. You know, you want to keep it extremely simple. I really like this one. And then once you get in here, you can even change the font, the color, the border. You can change every single thing about this to make it your own. Now, when you go into fonts, they have thousands of different fonts. And once again, you want to remember, keep it simple, stupid. So you want to find a font that's not hard to read at all. Very simple, kind of like the Snickers one. And it all really depends on what type of video that you're doing. Like if I'm doing a zombie video, sometimes I will find one that's a little more scary. A lot of really good fonts, like a lot of these ones I think are weird. You know, there's thousands of fonts. Like a lot of times I look through the letters themselves. Let's go through N. Now I would show you my favorite one, but I don't want everyone using my exact style, my exact font. This one don't look too bad. There we go. And let's type in something like how to make amazing thumbnails. Exclamation mark. Definitely want that bold. That's something I forgot to type in. How to make amazing thumbnails. Now, you definitely can divide this up on 2 to 3 different lines. And when you're putting text, you never want to go above 4 lines. 4 lines is the absolute max. You know, you don't want a story in your thumbnail. I'm going to go with 3 different thumbnails. There's no spell check. You know what, I don't like this font. Here's one that I really like. Comica Axis. How to make amazing thumbnails. Now it looks pretty nice, don't it? Now we're gonna have to change the color. We can make our own gradient. You can use their gradients that they already have picked out. Now a lot of these don't work either. You know, back to the keep it simple, stupid. You wanna do something that's very, very plain. Let's check out wizards. Gotta click on the use gradient. How to make amazing thumbnails. That looks really ugly. I definitely don't like that. Now something you can do too, there is spell check. Let's see what we got for spell check here. Thumbnails. There we go. Thumbnails, not thumbnails. Thumbnails. Alright. So something we can do, I like to, you know, just kind of do one word at a time. So we can actually control C this to save it, or you know, copy it. Then we're gonna get delete this top part right here. We're gonna go how to. Now see, that does look a lot better. I do kind of like that, but let's try this one. A little too advanced. Let's go with the yellow orange. How to. It's almost the exact same thing as this, but we're gonna stick with that. I really like the orange color. Orange really pops out. How to. I know I already got a lot of how to. How to. We'll save this because it makes it easier. I already got a how to too. How to 3. Alright, so we're gonna go back to here, and what do we have? We're gonna make this, like I said, black. That's the way I like to do things. Now we're gonna take this and we're gonna drag it on there. How to. And it kind of helps you decide what to make the next color. I think I might go orange, red, and blue. Just make it different colors. And we're going to paste that back on there. Let's do the make amazing. And let's see if they have a good red gradient. If not, I will make my own gradient. Nope, I don't like that one. So I do want red though, so we're gonna make the top then color red right here. Let's go all the way red. Let's go about this color red, bright red, and we'll make the other red a little less of a red, not quite pink. We could even go completely white. I do that sometimes. Make amazing. Yeah, I like that. We're going to save this one. Like I said, you can change the border, the shadow, all that. I like it just how it is. I think it looks cool. So make amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and add that. Yep, I think that one looks good. And blue for the last one. Control V. We want to get just the thumbnail word in there. So we want this one to be blue. So let's go with a dark blue. And let's go with a lighter blue. See how that looks. You don't really see much of a gradient in there. Let's go a little lighter. A little lighter. Maybe we should make this darker. Oh, that's ugly. Like how it was. I don't think that looks too bad. Might make this border a little bit one deeper. There we go. I like that. Thumbnails. So let's go ahead and add that onto there. Now we need to make this a lot bigger. We need to almost make it fill up the entire screen. Now a lot of times I would put a picture. I think, I'm not really sure if I'm gonna, do I want a picture on this one or not. How to make amazing thumbnails. No, I'm not gonna go with any picture. Sometimes the text and picture works really good. Sometimes just the text works good. Sometimes just the picture works good. It really depends on your project. There really isn't an amazing picture that I could put with this. I could put my face, how to make amazing thumbnails, but I don't know, my face might scare people into clicking, so we'll not put my face. So I'm just going to make this extremely big. Now you might be thinking, whoa, that's way too big. It's a lot better to have it too big than too small. So sometimes I purposely go overboard with how big I originally make it. Now we're gonna, kind of do trial and error. You can tell right now that how to is way too big. It's not a problem because we will size everything down. Something I like to have my things kind of in order. How to, make amazing, and then thumbnail. So I know boom, boom, boom. And the bottom one, and I forgot to mention the scale tool. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with that in GIMP. So we're gonna stretch this out. Like I said, size doesn't matter at the moment. Maybe that how-to isn't too big. I kind of like these around the same size, and you can see the how-to is way too big. The thumbnail. Sometimes I just put them right over top each other just to kind of compare. The make amazing middle one needs to be bigger. We need to almost go all the way to the edge. Like I said, you want to put kind of a border. You need to leave space. There has to be space between the edge always, and between the top and the bottom. People need to have that space so their eyes can have something to focus on. That was something that they taught us. Web graphic design, that space is needed. It makes sense. You can't have everything all bunched together in one area. The how-to is still too big. And a lot of times I like to look at it like this, but obviously when you look at a thumbnail, you're going to be looking at it, a lot smaller, like this size. So a lot of times, let's just like that, or minimize that so it's not distracting. So a lot of times I like to minimize this down to 12.5. Click off so you can just kind of take a look at how it looks. How to make amazing thumbnails. I'm looking at that white and red. I'm thinking that white is a little bit too much, compared to everything else. So I might go back and fix that. But I think it does look pretty good. So let's go back to cool text here. Let's go back to my make amazing, and we're gonna go with the red and not blue. I'll go back to red and let's give that a try. Make amazing 2. Save. Go to GIMP right here. Make amazing 2. Throw that in there. Let's put this back to 100. Let's minimize this one. Move this one up. Or my bad. Right here's the view button. I need to start explaining this stuff. Press the whether you want to view or not view. Because I might keep this, that's why I'm not going to delete it just yet. So we're going to take this, resize it, go to the resize tool, and stretch that out so it's nice and big. How to make, and we're going to kind of compare it. It needs to be a lot bigger yet. And make sure when you are doing this that, this right here locks it so it keeps its same width and height. You don't want to be changing just the width and the height and stretching it out all weird. This keeps it in the proper proportions. So make amazing. It's looking a lot better. A lot of times you can like put the same letters on top of each other. See, they're about the same size, the A and the A. So how to make, you want to kind of line it up so the left and the right side is kind of centered. Let's see where the other one was at. Just about the same spot. Make sure it's kind of same distance right here, the same distance from here to here. And I think that looks pretty good. Let's take a look at it smaller. How to make amazing thumbnails. I think that looks pretty good. I like the way that looks. Now I did just leave the black, like I said, just as a background for now. So now we can go back and change that. I do kind of like how that black stands out. I make a lot of thumbnails with a black background. I know in web graphic design they taught us not to do that because that's kind of a dark color. People don't want to click on it. People want to click on a video that's happy. But sometimes you got to break the rules. Look at some of my most popular videos, with the black background. It does really good. It's because it makes it stand out, especially the black on white. Some of those videos did really good. The dark black and with the white lettering, it makes it just stand out even more. So that's something I could have even done with this. I could have used white. How to make amazing thumbnails. And I'm just going to try it real quick too. Just take a look. See how all white would look. Let's try a blue background. Let's just take a look here how it looks. So let's try this blue background now. And let's pull this down. See, we already made this blue. So that one isn't going to work because it's already blue. Let's just try this out. Let's take a look, see how it looks. How to make amazing YouTube thumbnails. I'm actually going to try once again the black on white. Let's go back to cool text. Let's type back in our how to make amazing thumbnails. Let's go with all white. Oops, I need green. That's alright. Want to center, align this. I think everything. So I kind of don't like 4. I really like just 3 lines. I think it's kind of crowded like this. I definitely have to. Let's just take a look how it looks smaller. How to make amazing YouTube thumbnails. I'm going to make all these just a little bit bigger. So we have that one. Let's kind of minimize some of these. Or we could go with this style. How to make amazing thumbnails, bigger. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this one. How to make amazing YouTube thumbnails. Just like this. I like it. Just kind of double check a couple things. Make sure the spacing is good, top and bottom, from side to side. Make sure it's kind of centered, aligned. Yeah, that looks really good. So I think that is what I'm gonna go with right there. I am going to go ahead and save as. I'm gonna put this one as number 2. Then we're gonna take everything and we are going to flatten image, file, export as. Definitely need to save this as a JPEG. JPEG is a lot better for the internet. Put it under pictures, export, and there we go. How to make amazing YouTube thumbnails. Let's take a look at it, and looking smaller does look pretty good, about that size. That's what I like to see. So how to make amazing YouTube thumbnails. Now it looks pretty simple, you know, nothing too advanced there, and that's kind of the keep it simple, stupid strategy. You know, you want your thumbnail to stand out. How is your YouTube thumbnail gonna stand out? Keeping it simple, you know, really makes it stand out. And that's all I really got for you guys. You know, I know this was kind of a really long tutorial. You know, I did do some kind of trial and error type of stuff in there, but I wanted you to just see, you know, my thought process when I'm making thumbnails, what I do, you know, the mistakes that I could or couldn't make. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Definitely leave any of your thoughts down in the comment. But I definitely want to thank you guys for watching my video. Please give this video a huge thumbs up. I want to thank you so much, and you have a great day today.